Hello, hello, everybody. How you guys doing? Welcome back to the Cherry Plum Blossom Boutique. My name is Renan, your lovely fashion dolly. How's it going, everybody? It seems like the stream is finally working okay. My God, you guys don't believe you know how much of a creature of habit I am. You guys know how much I am used of doing things at certain times of the day or certain times of the week, I suppose. Certain days, you know. I am such a creature of habit that yesterday, after I was unable to stream, I was literally unable to do anything else. For some reason, my brain was just landlocked. It was stun locked into the mindset of I must stream. I am in entertainer mode, and therefore, because I wasn't able to do it, I just was not able to transition into another task. I was not able to do much of anything other than just watch TikToks about how apparently at some point in time people used to think that women were toxic when they were menstruating. I don't know. You guys know that I like to know stuff, right? You guys know that I'm a fan of knowledge, you know? I'm a fan of knowing things. I'm a fan of acquiring knowledge that nobody gives a fuck about, right? And so yesterday, after I wasn't able to stream, I was watching TikToks and not TikToks, YouTube Shorts, same difference to be honest. And when I was watching them, I watch a little mini documentary about how the history of menstruation, and apparently at some point in time, men used to think that women were quite literally toxic. As in, like, they were poisonous during their period. And that shit is so fucking funny, though. I mean, because here's the thing. So, apparently the reason why people thought about this is because they water plants. They water flowers with menstrual blood. And I don't know if you know anything about blood, but blood is one of the most toxic things that a human can have. And, you know, it's the reason why we have to do it. We have to do blood transfusions in a sterilized setting, and we have to test for stuff. Because blood is really toxic. Blood can be a really toxic substance. And I don't know why they thought that just because the flowers wilted, it would be... And it will be an indication as that women are poisonous during those times of the month. So I don't know how to feel about people anymore. I don't know how to feel about men. I don't know how to feel about modern science, if that's the origins that we have. Hi, Rui Comics. How you doing, sweetheart? Hope you're doing okay. I'm very sorry about my TikTok about menstruation. You know, I'm just I am just so passionate about women. So sorry. I am genuinely really sorry. Oh, feminism. sorry. I don't know why. I keep every time I talk anything that's like female related that doesn't concern me because I don't have female reproductive system. I keep thinking about that meme about dear menstrual crabs, leave her alone. I'm so sorry. I'm just very passionate about women and feminism. I don't know. It keeps coming back to my mind. Fun fact: did you know that back in 1729, there was a popular drink called chocolate wine? No. What? Okay. You know, because of the quotation marks, I'm led to assume that it is not actually chocolate. Is it chocolate? Was it chocolate? Was it actually chocolate? Because, you know, this is the answers that I need to know. Because, you know, this is the thing that I'm going to traumatize my mom about later. You know, my mom is always the subject of my little internet adventures, my little internet surfing into, if you will. Do you guys, by the way, I know that some of you are probably too young to know about this, but do you guys know that, you know, Googling at some point in time was like internet, like, you know, it was called internet surfing. You were surfing the net. You know? Do you guys know that? Do you guys know that? Are you guys old enough to know that? That at some point in time, looking up things on the internet was called surfing the internet. You know? I feel like I don't know. I feel like part of my audience is probably old enough for it. Another part is probably not enough for that. Depends on who's making it. Really? It was a very expensive drink. I mean, I can imagine chocolate in itself is actually very expensive. I do know that chocolate in itself is very expensive. You know why? Because out of the whole cacao plant, you know, out of the whole thing, you only get like, I don't know, maybe like a spoonful of chocolate, of cacao nibs. So it's very expensive to make chocolate in the first place. So I can imagine why. But anyway, folks, before we get started, I wanted to talk to you about something. So yesterday was my sister's birthday. You know, yesterday was an important occasion to remember because I went out to get my sister's birthday cake because we completely forgot about it. I woke up in a panic because I forgot what her birthday was. Because, you know, I barely remember what time it is, what day it is anymore. As soon as I stop having a proper schedule, it's almost as though I get lost in the sauce. You know, I get lost in the sauce. And so my mother wakes me up in a panic because she also forgot that it was my sister's birthday. And we were trying to figure out what we were going to do for her because, you know, there's not that much money flowing around, you know. And we decided to get her a birthday cake. I go outside and I am astonished, surprised. I impress myself with my capability to eat shit just at a moment's notice. I am very impressed by myself, by my ability to almost kill myself every single time I go outside, because I am prone to losing battles with gravity, and yesterday was no different. Yesterday, I think I counted 3 times that I lost balance and I almost like face planted into the floor, into the street, and it was semi-dangerous because, you know, oftentimes when it happens is when I am, you know, crossing a sidewalk. I am crossing to another sidewalk, and we're about to hit a green light, and, you know, girl, how? I don't know. I generally don't know when my sense of balance is so poor. It's just, I think it happens because I distract myself. You know, I enter my own world of delusion in which I pretend that everything is fine, and I kind of escape that way. I daydream a lot is the point. I daydream a lot, and I feel like I get distracted enough while I am walking outside. You know, I'm gonna run you through my thought process, okay? I'm gonna run you through my thought process. Imagine this. You see a red-haired person just like walking around, but you see my eyes darting back and forth in between a few things. And so with my thought process, it's like, you know, I wonder if I actually close the refrigerator. I think I left the milk outside. Wait, do we even have milk? I should probably buy some milk before I get back. Speaking of milk, why does chocolate milk exist? Who had the bright idea to put something that could be potentially toxic in milk? And also, who was the first person to discover that cow milk was drinkable? Like, I wonder if it was like a kink thing, you know? Like, was it... Do you think that somebody just latched onto a cow's milk and it was like really good? You know, kind of just like suck the cow off, I suppose. You know, I haven't eaten anything this morning, and so that's essentially what happens. You know, that's essentially what happens. My brain starts to bounce back and forth in between the different things, and I basically start having a discussion with myself. Otherwise, I become bored, and so I end up not really paying attention to where I'm going. I end up going in autopilot, and so I think it's 50-50. I get too distracted while walking outside, and also I just have a very poor sense of balance. So at least the cake survived, though. The kid made it back. My niece didn't, though. My niece, I'm pretty sure I still need to collect them. I need to collect what's left of them. out of the asphalt because I have a pretty huge scrape in one of my knees. So, you know, I think this is gonna come back to haunt me once I'm like 40. But do you guys have moments like that? Do you guys have moments like that in which you completely lose yourself into like your own inner world, your own inner wisdom? Jesus. So I forgot to tell you that today is soccer day, apparently. Girl, what is going on? Why does every time that I stream, it turns out that... Why does every time that I stream, it turns out that there is like, it is soccer day today? It turns out that my sister's team is playing. What is happening? I do not understand. Every single time I am here live on camera, we're live on set, and my sister just says that it's time to watch sports. My gosh. Hi, Snitch. How you doing, sweetheart? How's it going? Wait, are you calling me a snitch? I am not a snitch. Snitches get stitches. And if you guys snitch on me, you will get more than stitches. You'll probably get a hip replacement. I'm kidding. Please don't tell my mom that I'm streaming today, because I wasn't supposed to. Because, you know, among the many things that happened yesterday, I got pink eye. One of my eyes is pink, and it kind of hurts right now. Which, you know, on the bright side, if we look at the positive side of it, I may have pink eye, but at least it fits with my aesthetic, you know? Most of my wardrobe is pink. Most of the things that I wear is pink anyway. So maybe it is a good thing, you know? Who needs to wear contact lenses when all you do is just put some dirt in your eye and it turns pink anyway? So my eye hurts, and that's the reason why my tracking is not so good today. Because I cannot turn my ring light on. My ring light is a bit of... My ring light provides almost as much daytime light as the sun in itself, but like right next to my face. And so I don't want to burn my eye off, you know? I can already not see very well. I'm already legally blind. I cannot drive. Well, now I'm also gay, but you know, that's neither here nor there. So I do apologize if my stuff is not as good. But anyway, folks, what are we gonna be doing today? Which, by the way, Snitch, if you're still there, I hope you're having a good day. I don't know if I actually said hello. Did I say hello? I might not have said hello, and I'm sorry if I didn't. But if I didn't say hello, I hope you're having a good day, sweetheart. I hope. What are you doing today? What are you guys up to today? I forgot to ask you guys. What are you guys up to? Are you guys doing anything fun today? Because it is Saturday. I know that a lot of people don't go out today. Most people like to go out on Sunday for some reason. Like, why? Is it just the nature of a human to procrastinate enough that they just want to go outside on Sunday instead of Saturday? Because, like, I feel like that is just procrastination at its best. Instead of, you know, actually taking advantage of the day in which you get on the day in which you can actually go out and not worry too much. You go out in the day in the day before going back to work. I'm just saying. Such is the nature of procrastination. But anyway, folks, what are we going to be doing today? Well, today, what the fuck? Salem! Well, I guess I have somebody accompanying me today. I completely forgot about him. I completely forgot. Well, you know what? It's fine. You know what? We're gonna leave it there. I think it's fun. I think it's funny. How is that here? How did that end up here? Oh, lordy. Hold on. Let me just... Meow. Alright, there we go. There we go, beach. There we go. Oh, it's because it's an image. It's not an actual thing. Okay, I see. Well, you know what? We're gonna have our emotional support Salem right here. How about that, Chad? How about that? These are emotional support flesh tuber. an emotional support human, I guess. Lord. Speaking of which, speaking of drawing, let me talk to you guys about what we've been doing. In case anybody hasn't been like here, following on this series and looking at what I've been doing. Let me catch you up a little. So, this is my poison gym leader. We've been working on her for quite a while now. I think it's almost been like a month and a half working on her. Because I'm doing a series designing my own gym leaders. I'm doing a whole eight gym leaders gauntlet. I'm basically doing my own region, but without thinking too much about the region myself. So, I've been working through designing a couple gym leaders, and here in particular has taken me a little bit longer than the water type gym leader because it's just the nature of her design. Her design was a bit more difficult to tackle because I didn't have that much of an idea of what I wanted to do with her. And so the concept of her is that she is an influencer. She is a Twitter celebrity, if you will. Because here's the deal, folks. I feel like in modern day, one of the most toxic things that you can be is an influencer. There is a reputation for influencers to be very toxic, very not helpful people, if you will. So, because of that, I thought it would be fun to base a trainer, a poison trainer, on that concept, just an influencer. Of course, I'm a bit more nuanced than just doing than just doing a fitness influencer that just wants to sell you snake oil and just gets into drama and trouble. That's not the point. That's not the point of her. Her point is that she's more of a bully towards other bullies, if you will. that is essentially what her point is. And therefore, I wanted to design... I wanted to keep the design with two things in mind. The first one is that everything that's natural to her, you know, her hair, the shape of her eyes, her body, etc., etc. Everything that's natural to her needed to be curvy. Needed to be like softer looking. And everything that is an augmentation that she can put on, be it makeup, eyelashes, her own clothing, stuff like that, right? That is spiky, because to be a proper influencer, you kind of gotta grow a bit of a tough outside. And so imagine this as she's getting in drag, you know, she's getting in drag. And so it took us a while to get here. I have a bunch of other concepts around here, which I don't know that I can show off everything, but you know, we have different colors. Different colors. Which, by the way, I still like this one, but I don't know. It just doesn't quite feel like poison type to me. It almost reads more like normal type with a bit more spice, you know. Normal type, but spicy. And so, different colors. Hi, Koronen. How you doing, sweetheart? Hope you're having a good day. Oh, also, this was different hairstyles, too. We started off with the hairstyles. Hairstyles was one of the first things that we did. We started off with the hairstyles because, you know, it was really important to me to be able to get the point across this is a black character, and I wanted to experiment with black hairstyles. The gay one looks more like a dark type to me. Really? I guess that pink can also be associated with dark types. So, you know. One of the things that I am going to do today, though, is I am going to borrow one of these hairstyles. You know, the second most popular hairstyle, which was D. I'm going to borrow these hairstyle because I essentially decided that this character is basically in drag when they are performing for an audience, if you know what I mean. And by that, I mean when they are, you know, in their YouTube channel, in their influence and social media. This is what she looks like. But I want to make a version of her that is her without the performance stuff, you know. Her with a bare face, her without hair extensions, you know. That's what we're going to be working on today, basically. We're doing like a little sketch sheet to figure out more fun parts about her character, reactions that she would have towards other characters and stuff like that, you know. For example, this lovely drawing right here that I did for another thumbnail. This is the water type gym leader, and as you can tell, they don't quite get along. Like Bee when she's not wearing the gym uniform. Exactly. Like if you go find if you go find like art books and stuff like that of Pokemon, and you find like the concept arting of the different characters. See if I can find one right now. Where is it? Okay, hold on. What do you say living in the corner? He's my emotional support human. This is my emotional support human, you know? He's right here. Because I forgot to turn him off from the collab, and now he's just here. He's just hanging around. I have him here to keep me accountable. Okay, here you go. Exactly what you were saying, Coronin. Basically, the goal is to end up with something like this, you know, a little bit of a sheet, I guess. Hi, Rui. How's it going? Unless you're saying hi to Coronin. If you're saying hi to Coronin, then Coronin, Rui, say hi. But yeah, this is essentially what we're trying. Oh my god. Sorry, my dog is being really annoying for some reason. But like I was saying, this is essentially what I want to achieve. I want to achieve like a little concept art sheet of like different drawings of her, different ways that you're gonna see her, different presentations, stuff like that. You know, this is a semi bare bones concept art sheet. Some of them are more complex, some of them are not. It really does depend, honestly. Sometimes when it comes to character design and things that you get done right, it's actually sometimes you just nail the character at first glance without any issues, no problems. And so because you nail it, sometimes the concept art sheet is not that long or big or elaborate. Oh my god, give me a second. Guys, give me a second. I need to get my dog in order because this is pissing me off. Oh, never mind. She shut up. She listened to me. Never. Okay, quick question. Does it bother you? If it bothers you, then I'll go shut her up. But if you guys don't feel like it's too loud, then, you know. Just let me know if it bothers you too much. It does bother me. But, you know, not everyone gets bothered by it. Also, I did not notice that this is the way that she looked like. Jeez. No wonder why people like her so much. Y'all just want this. Y'all are degenerates, and this is what you want, huh? This is all you want. This is all you care for. All you want is this. All men care about is this. Oh my god, wait, hold on. I just found Milo's concept art. And I need you guys to see this shit. Hold on. Somehow. I can't believe that one of the things that they did was just compare him to they compare her to Neri. Ah, fuck, this is so fucking funny. The fact that they're making sure that he is just shorter. He's just shorter than Nerissa. He's a short guy. Listen, he's a short king. We love a short king. But the fact that they are comparing him to her, they're comparing him to her. Why did I forget her name? Nerissa? No, that's not Nerissa. I'm thinking about Nerissa for some reason, but that's Hololive. What is her name again? What's her name again? Nessa. Nessa. Yeah, Nessa. I just love the fact that they made sure that he's shorter than Nessa. I mean, no, Milo in general is very short too. Like in general, Milo is he's a bit of a short guy. You know, he's a little bit short. He's a short king. But we support short kings. Or as my brain wants to say right now, we support short kings. Hold on a moment. Give me 1 second, 1 second. Where is this shit? I'm trying to find... Oh, there you are. Ito is also a person that I'm taking like a lot of inspiration from. You know, like I said, the Pokemon concept art sheets are somewhat bare bones, and they're mostly just expressions and stuff like that. What I want to do is something more similar to this, you know, something more similar to this. Yeah, show a couple drawings of her doing stuff, and you know, other different things, I guess, other different things. By the way, this is still one of my favorite designs that Ito has done, which, by the way, I would say for that. And this is, what's her name? Michelle, which is a grass type Gymleader that somebody on Twitter made. A very talented artist made this character design. And I take a lot of inspirations from them. They are genuinely quite the ingenious artists. Like, I would have never thought myself. I never would have thought of, you know, putting holes on a sweater to sort of make it look like it's what's it called? Fungi, you know? Because these are fungi. This is meant to look like a fungi. Fungi often do have like really weird anatomy, and some of them do have like holes. Some of them do have holes to reveal their spores and stuff like that. So, you know, yeah, a grass type Gymleader though, and so I take a lot of my inspo from Ito and other people who have made their own Pokemon character designs. So. Shrooms are in plants, though. Say that to half of the Pokemon that are actually fungi. Say that to half of the Pokemon that are actually fungi. Yes, yes. Oh. But anyway, that's what we're gonna be doing basically. And here, we already done something. We worked on this a little bit not too long ago in a previous stream. But I wasn't able to concentrate for that long during this stream. Gracias. She gave me papas. Some papas. They're potatoes. I love potato. But anyway, this is a thing that we worked on not too long ago in the previous stream, which is, you know, her showing off her nails. She's showing off her nails for reasons. If you are part of the lesbian community, you might know why. You might not know. You might know what these nails mean. If you're part of the LGBTQ community, particularly from the lesbian side of things, you might know why she's showing this off. Listen, this is what we call subtle storytelling. Sometimes you don't have to say things out loud, but you can include something that makes you feel a little bit more, what's it called? You can include something that's a bit more subtle, you know what I mean? Let me just do this real quick. There you go. You know, she's an influencer after all. She's showing off her nails. And she does have a girlfriend. But, you know, part of the point that we're gonna do today though is that we're gonna do a little drawing with the girlfriend. The girlfriend cannot really have a design per se. At least I don't have a design in mind for her quite yet. But for the most part, that's what we're gonna do. But anyway. I forgot to ask, how have you been? Well, I was talking about earlier in the stream that my ability to eat shit is amazing, awesome, and unparalleled. And so, I fell down yesterday. Well, was it yesterday? Yeah, I fell down yesterday, and I'm a little bit in pain. And I also got pink eye, but I'm fine. I'm surviving. I'm living. I'm thriving. timing. It's fine. Honestly, a lot of people make a big deal about pink eye, but it's really not that bad. You just have to wash your hands. That's how you get better. Wash your hands and try not to be too close to somebody else's face, and you'll be good. But anyway, folks, how have you guys been doing today, though? What you guys been up to as of late? Because you know, it's been a while since I've seen you. I need a little bit of a break after the stream, because the stream was quite a bit long, and hosting is fun. I have a lot of fun hosting for other people, but I will lie if I didn't say that it does not take something out of me, you know. Greetings, in chat. Hi, Sarek. How you doing, sweetheart? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome back from work. I think. I don't know. You're probably working. I mean, I guess pink is on bright with your design. It is. It is. I was talking about that. You know, who needs a lens? Who needs eye contacts that make my eye pink when I can just shove some dirt in there and it'll be pink? It fits my aesthetic. It fits my aesthetic to have pink eye. But real talk though, it does hurt a little bit. It does hurt a little. But I'm fine. Probably. Actually, I'm not sure if I'm fine. I should probably go to the doctor tomorrow to check if everything's okay, or if I should be taking any type of medicine. I am so done with medicines, you guys. I am so done with it. Because you know why? I've been taking medicine for like 2 months now. You know, insulin resistance and a couple other things that I cannot talk about because, you know, that's personal life. But I've been taking a bunch of medicine and I am so over it. You know, I am so over it. I'm so over it. I just... Do you guys know how... You guys don't know how much of a pain in the ass it is to be taking so many pills at the same time? And I think the worst part is, though, is that it gets old because your body starts to resent it a little bit. Your body doesn't like to be taking that much medicine. No work, I'm on vacation, but still getting socially drained. You know, I need to shut the fuck up. I just need to shut the fuck up because I was about to say something, and I don't think it was a good idea for me to say it. Well, I hope that at least it feels good. I am so sorry. Well, anyway, I'm very sorry to hear that you're getting socially drained, but at least I hope you're having fun. Whatever it is, I hope you're having fun. You cannot call me a pervert. You cannot call me a pervert if you're the one if you are the one who's, you know, saying it. I am just picking up on the clues that you're putting down, you know? That's what I'm doing, personally. Ooh, I think I know what I'm gonna do with this one. I think I know what I wanna do. Hold on, Chad. I know what I wanna do. You know what I wanna do? I wanna draw her putting her makeup on. That's what I wanna do. So, she's not gonna have her actual full face on, but it's gonna look similar. But yeah, what you been doing in your vacation? What do you guys do to vacation? Most of the time, whenever I took time off, I literally just slept. When I was working, when I took time off, all I did was just sleep and, you know, sometimes see my friends if I felt like it. But for the most part, it was just sleeping and, you know, reading BL. Time off equals sleep indeed. Yeah, there's just something about it. Something about it. I never understood that mentality that some of my coworkers had whenever they took time off. Because here's the thing. So, oftentimes, some of them will tell me that they got bored being in their houses, you know, And I don't know how that's possible. I don't know. I don't know how people do that. I don't know how people get bored when being inside of their home, but I never get bored. I love it here. I love being in the confines of my hospital room, and by that I mean my bedroom, because you know my bedroom is a little. My bedroom looks a little hospital-ish. My bedroom is not really that well decorated, so it looks a little bit like an inpatient hospital. But I don't know. I enjoy my room. I don't know why people say that they get tired of it. They get tired of being in their rooms. Like, I don't. In fact, I would like to stay here for quite a bit longer. Thank you very much. I would like to not go back until next year. Normies, man. All they know is that I didn't know how to do is to catch grass. I don't know, man. I don't think I'm built for survival, you know? I don't think I'm built for survival because whenever I do touch grass, it's fucking horrible. Whenever I touch grass, like, they tell you need to go out and touch grass and that it's so good for you. But if it's so good for you, why does every time that I go out to touch grass, I end up being sick? What's the narrative on that? What's the thesis? What's the tea? I don't like that much. I really don't. I don't enjoy being sick. And every single time without fail, when I actually go to touch grass, I end up being sick in some way, shape, or form. Either it is the pink eye or just, you know, falling down the stairs without meaning to. I feel like the outside is dangerous and people are just lying to me. Maybe a slightly weak immune system. I mean, it does make sense. I do have like a bit of immune issues, a little bit. It is said that people that stay inside too much can have weaker defenses. So what you're saying? So you're calling me weak, is what you're saying? Am I weak? Am I a weakling? That's so mean of you, but you're probably right. You know, I'm pretending to be upset, but you're probably right. You're probably right. I am weak. I am weak to illnesses and men with big tits. That is my two weaknesses, really. My two weaknesses are men with big tits and going outside. The sun, actually. The sun is quite a bit of a big weakness. Man, I think what I hate the most about going outside, and once again, I would like to present to remind the jury, I would like to remind the audience, I would like to remind the people that are watching me right now that I am an extrovert. I am indeed an extrovert. I am not one to not enjoy the company of others. I love it. In fact, please give me more company. I am quite lonely. But I hate going outside and I hate the sun. I hate the sun so much. The sun is my worst enemy. You know, the other day I was putting on sunscreen and my sister was making fun of me because I was putting too much sunscreen. And I told her that the sunscreen is not only sunscreen very important. Sunscreen is supposed to have a bit of a white cast the first time you put it on, and then it disappears a few minutes in. If you do not see a white cast when you put your sunscreen on, you are not putting enough. I am sorry to say, you will probably have cancer in a few years because you need to put enough sunscreen to leave a white cast for a couple minutes. Do not worry. Sunscreen is designed to absorb into the skin. The white cast will disappear eventually, but you need to have a little bit of it, you know? And it's so funny that she's making fun of me for that. And then she's like the whitest girl I have ever seen. So, you know, I am just saying that maybe she should be taking more care about her skin, you know? You have a bit more care. It kind of makes sense. You get less exposure to harmful stuff that your body gets used to the fight, and you get less sun-trees, so less vitamin D. You know, that is the only thing about not going outside, is that I get less vitamin D and less D overall. You know, I don't get enough D. So you know what's so funny though? So I've been going to the doctor quite recently, right? I've been going to the doctor quite often. And one of the things that the doctor said that I was having a problem with is I have a vitamin D deficiency, like incredibly so. Like I have a severe vitamin D deficiency to the point that the doctor is quite concerned. The doctor is quite concerned about how little vitamin D deficiency and how little vitamin D I am absorbing with my body. And so the way that he explained it to me is that he explained it to me in a way that it's just like, hey, you need to go out and literally just be naked for like a little bit in the morning outside, you know, just a little bit. Like before you shower, be right next to a window with sunlight. It doesn't have to be for that long, but just sunbathe, essentially. He essentially told me to sunbathe. He told me to become a lizard and sunbathe. Preferably naked. And so, I am thinking about it. They make lamps for that, getting vitamin D. It's called Happy Lamps. Is that good, though? Hey, Vaporeon, how you doing, sweetheart? Speaking of V, I am determined to watch this stream. You are such a corny little bitch. You are so corny. You are so corny. I hate you. I hate all of you. You know what? Maybe streaming today was a bad idea. Y'all are so corny sometimes, I swear to God. I love you. Actually, I think the eye needs to be frowning more, I think. I need to remember how stupid I look when I'm putting makeup on. One of the lovely things about putting makeup on is that you look very stupid until the very end, and when you're applying it too. So I just need to remember how stupid I look when I put makeup on, because this is what I'm trying to do here. That is the expression that I want to do. She's putting makeup on. What's she doing? What part of her makeup is she doing, though? Don't deny the pun, let it mold you. No, I deny it. I deny it with my whole heart. I deny it with everything I got. Purple blush a little. Is this my lesbian? Yes, it is. Look at her. Look, she's showing her nail off to you. Which, by the way, hi Adele. How you doing, sweetheart? How's it going? She's showing off her nails for you. Don't you like her nails? Is this my lesbian? I enjoy that so much. Hold on, I need to figure out how one looks when one is putting makeup on, because I forgot. It's been an eventful week. What you been doing? What you been doing, Hime? I want to know. Did you went to another convention again? I need to look up at a reference for the particular person I'm trying to do. Ah, fuck. I was looking for a reference. Of like people putting makeup on, and this is what fucking came up, and I just remember this anime just now. I remember this anime just now. Ah! When she tries to put makeup on and she doesn't know how to, so she ends up looking like she got beat up. Oh lordy. That is not what I'm looking for, but hey, it is something out there. That's for sure. What is the face? I'm genuinely trying to think about the face that we make when we're putting makeup on, but like the brain is not braining right now. Do you listen to this goofy sound that I sent on Discord? No, I haven't. I haven't had the time yet. I haven't had the time yet to be able to listen to it, unfortunately. I'm very sorry. I had to deal with the poison type with a poison type remember. I saw. Remember how I'm allergic to mushrooms? Did you eat a mushroom? Did you fucking eat a mushroom, Adele? Girl, we can't listen. We cannot both be stupid bitches that don't know how to take care of themselves. We cannot be doing that. We cannot be doing that. We cannot both have the survival instincts of a sea sponge, you know? We can both not have the survival instincts of a blade of silverware. Like, only I can be the stupid one. If you're also stupid, then we're gonna have we're gonna have a huge trouble, girl. We're gonna be in trouble. If you're also stupid, we're gonna be in trouble. You know what? I'm just gonna do a simple sketch, and then I'll refine it, to make it good enough, I guess. Make it exist and then make it better. Girl, they put mushrooms in the chocolate. Mushrooms in the chocolate? Mushroom wine chocolate. Stop! No! Don't put mushrooms in the wine! Isn't... Actually... Don't mushrooms have... Wait. Doesn't wine technically have a mushroom in it? Doesn't... Well, not really mushroom, but like bacteria. Because like, for you to do wine must be fermented, no? That's what you do, right? You ferment the wine, right? Right? Wine is fermented grapes, but not mold. I mean, you know, some wines do taste a little bit moldy. You know, some wines do taste a little bit moldy. I don't really understand the appeal of drinking like alcohol, because to me it all just tastes like battery acid. But you know, then that's not how that works. It is exactly how it works, though. Particularly when you're doing tepache. When you're doing tepache, which is it tepache? Is that how you pronounce it? I forget. I forget. Hold on. Tepache. Sí, tepache. So particularly with tepache, tepache is an alcoholic beverage made out of pineapple, and essentially what you're gonna do is let the pineapple rot, basically. The pineapple must go really ripe to the point that it is indistinguishable from sewer water, basically. And I don't know how people like that. That's not my business. But I will say it does taste pretty fucking disgusting to me. But people like it. People like it. My mom actually likes tepache a lot. An alcoholic beverage based on a fermented alcoholic beverage based on pineapple. Same but with egg whites. Isn't that eggnog? Isn't that what eggnog is? That chocolate sent me to the hospital, bitch. I hope you're okay now. But yeah, I have an EpiPen because my throat and my tongue swelled up. So, but I am home now. Hey, at least now you have one. Have you all? Wait. This feels like new lore to me. I don't think I knew that you were allergic to it. You know, I don't think I knew that you were allergic to it, but at least you're better now. I hope you're having a better day now. But hey, how did it feel like to get an EpiPen? Like, serious question. How did it feel? How did it feel like to get like EpiPen in your thigh? Because I heard for some people that actually have like pretty severe allergies that actually have to do EpiPens pretty often. They say that it feels kind of like heaven. Last year I got sent to the hospital by mushrooms and meatloaf. Mushrooms and meatloaf? Girl, again. Do people not know that you have an allergy? Do people not know? I mean, I'm saying something as if I didn't just admit that I didn't remember it. But like, do people not know that you have an allergy? Because like, at this point it's a little sus, girl. At this point it's a little sus. That's a little sus. Yeah, they're in the country using mushrooms in like everything. Oh, okay. Well, that explains it, but still. Don't worry, I ordered a bracelet that it says now. Wait, a bracelet that says it. So basically, if you pass out, is that what it is? If you pass out, people at least know about that? I'm not on the authority of it. Okay, you gotta give me the full lore. You gotta really give me the full lowdown. How? Who gave you the chocolate? Did they know? Do they know that that it was accidental attempted murder? Question. Now that I'm thinking about that, had you died because of it, like, thank God you didn't, but if you had died because of it, what would have happened? Will they charge the person? Will they have charged the person the person that gave you the chocolate with something? Like, because that's called manslaughter, right? That is like unintentional manslaughter, I think. I don't know. You guys are internet people. You guys are people of the internet, and you guys are often my medical professionals and my legal advisors. So, for future reference, what happens if you accidentally poison somebody? Do they charge it with anything? People are assholes and they want to test your allergy if it's true or not. That is true. I heard about that. I heard that a lot of people do that, particularly in restaurants. People like to do that for some fucking reason. It was farmers market day and on the campus, and the lady said an infused chocolate remembered me from last year because we were talking about me being allergic to mushrooms. So she offered a sample that. Wait, what? Hold on, stop. What? What? So she knew you were allergic to mushrooms. She gave you chocolate that was infused with mushrooms. And didn't stop to think that maybe it was cross-contaminated? So, this is attempted murder? At that point, that is attempted murder, no? Because, like, she knew. She knew about that. Bitch, what the hell? What the fuck? I'm half wondering if she didn't believe me. More than likely she didn't. More than likely she did it, or she was stupid enough to not know that she shouldn't cross-contaminate things. This reminds me of the guy who's called peanut, who's got a peanut allergy. It's so bad that the air can't have peanuts or else it gets itchy. It's insane. Honestly, I am so glad that my only allergy is with eggs, and you know, eggs usually come in a shell, therefore I don't really have to touch them that much. So, man, that is so bad though. An egg allergy. It's more of a consuming allergy. My allergy with egg is basically like if I eat it, I may or may not puke my brains out. If I eat it, I may or may not suddenly be in a weight loss program because I would be puking so much that I would probably lose weight. That's essentially what happens. But it only happens, you know, it only happens. What's it called? It only happens like when I like to call it more of a sensitivity to eggs. I like to call it a bit more of a sensitivity because it doesn't always happen. It really does depend on the quantity of egg versus other ingredients, whether or not I actually start puking my brains out. Because, for example, I've been able to eat bread that I know for a fact has egg on it. But if it's something with, like, you know, heavier on the eggs, like a cake could be, because cakes do have a lot of eggs on them. I cannot eat a cake, but I can eat white bread. And white bread oftentimes does have egg, you know? But like, I'm not really sure how my supposed allergies work, but... Hey, quick question. Any fab things to draw? Personally, couples. Oh, I actually don't know. I haven't thought about that. I think about it. What is my favorite thing to draw? Oh. I forgot myself. How stupid of me. How stupid of me. My favorite thing to draw is men with big tits. My favorite thing to draw is masculine tits. Buff man. Well, yeah, I mean, my favorite thing to draw is basically just this, you know. Let's draw a quick buff man real quick. But I like them plump though. I like my big men plump. I was gonna say yaoi. I mean, I haven't drawn couples that much, but you know, that is gonna change eventually. That is gonna change eventually. I am planning to draw a bit more couples now. Well, this is very poorly drawn, but you know. Hold on. Let me actually do proper tits. I hope you guys know, by the way, that this is being recorded. This is actually being recorded for posterity. For a future YouTube video, and so they are going to see me drawing tits. You know, they are going to see me drawing tits. So I hope you guys know that you're subjected the YouTube audience to this. This is your fault. This is your fault. And even then, this is a little demure for me. There you go. Here you go. Tits. Oh. And you know what my favorite thing is though? You know what my favorite thing is though? Is like a baby face man with huge ass bunker tits. That is what my favorite thing is. My favorite character trope of all time is like really innocent face, huge ass body that could bend you in half and snap you with just 2 fingers. That is my favorite thing. Essentially Milo. Milo is my favorite thing to draw. Anyway. not getting distracted about this. Not at all. What are you talking about? I may be thinking too far ahead, but is any of the gym leaders a buff, dude? It would surprise me if not. Yes, there is. Yes, it is. I mean, I talked about it before in the Discord. Which, by the way, if you guys want to join the Discord and know what I'm up to sometimes, you can join the Discord in the description down below on YouTube or !Discord on Twitch if you want, if you like, if you would care to. But anyway, yes, there is one of them, and it's the flying type one. It's the flying type gym leader. It's the flying type gym leader. The flying type gym leader is the one who's a big buff man. You guys will see why eventually. But part of the plan is that he. So to give you guys a little bit more context, part of the plan that I plan to do is that ice type, ground type, and flying type are all in what's it called? They are all in like a throuple situation, you know. They're a bit of a throuple situation, and by that I mean is that you as the player, if we think about this as a game, you as a player get to choose who ice type dates, which is either ground or flying, and flying type is a big buff dude, and ground type is it's a woman with dwarfism. So, you know, we love bisexuality up in this bitch. We love bisexuality up in this bitch. You know, a majority of people are straight, and that is true. But this is my fiction. This is my fiction that we're talking about. And so if I want every single one of my characters to be gay, they will all be gay. Make the flying type ball. No, I will not make him ball. You want him to be fucking a bald eagle? Okay. If I were to give you a visual of how the flying type looks like, more or less, the way that I'm playing it. Hey Yabo, how you doing, sweetheart? Hope you're having a good day. Hold on. If you guys want more or less an idea of what this bitch is going to look like, is TLDR is basically this. I'm basically just quite literally taking my Boku no Hero Academia's Ida Tenya and making it into my own OC for my own self pleasure. You know, it's ripped for my pleasure, if you know what I mean. So this is basically the inspo that I want. This is the inspo. That's Ida? Yeah, it's his adult version. Have you guys ever seen his adult version? Have you guys never seen adult Ida? That's what he looks like. This is him. I don't know if you guys know this, by the way, but Ida has red eyes in the manga. You guys didn't know that Ida has red eyes in the manga? Wait, straight up. Because you know, when you look up adult Ida, it's literally just straight up porn. What appears? So do I have any picture that is not straight up porn? I guess not. I guess everybody's thirsty for Ida Tenya. I guess everybody wants a bit of that ass. Jesus. Okay. I guess there's another picture. Which credit to the artist, by the way. Sala. Credit to Sala, because this is really good artwork. This is really good artwork. But yeah, that is essentially what the vibes that I'm going for the flying type gym leader. So the TLDR is I want him to be a charmer. Because here's the thing. Part of the what's it called? part of the attraction that's gonna happen with the ice type, the ground type, and the flying type is that ice type is a bit of a shy man. Ice type is very shy. Ice type is not very confident, and part of his story and part of what you're gonna see of him, you know, is that he's just not very confident in himself, and he's pretty much a recluse. And so therefore, flying and grounding, their interactions with him is to encourage him in some way, shape, or form to open up, to help him be more confident, help him be more what's it called? I guess more confident is the word. More confident is the word. And so part of the thing that I want to base the flying type gym leader on is that he's a yearner. He yearns for that. He yearns for that ice pussy. He yearns for the mines, I suppose. He yearns for the mines. And so ice type is gonna be a yearner, and he's gonna chase that. Sorry, not ice type. Flying type is gonna be a yearner, and he's gonna be pretty bold and obvious with his attraction with flying and with ice type. No, ice is not slick. Sorry, my brain is stupid. My brain is stupid. Hold on, I have a Google Doc for this. I actually have a full-on Google Doc. I did wrote down a paragraph for this. Hold on. Here you go. I have the gym leader in Master Find. Okay, here you go. Here's the pitch. Here's the pitch for the yaoi. Because remember, this is ice type is bisexual, so he can either end up with a man or a woman. So, I'll let you guys on the little descriptions for ground and flying. Okay. Ground is easy, laid back. Oh, I read that wrong. No, I'm so sorry. Ground is not easy. She's not easy. Damn, I'm already slandering my own OCs. Holy shit. I read that so wrong. She's not easy. I'm so sorry. Okay, let me try that again. All right. Ground is laid back, easy to talk to, supportive, level-headed, stubborn, and passionate. Ground gives Ice space to grow. She encourages him to take life one step at a time and lets him open up at his own comfort, often letting the conversation die if it means Ice is comfy and offers up his company. Brown is the type to wait for Ice to come to her rather than chase him around like her cousin Flying. And vice versa, Ice is assertive, straightforward, earnest, pushy, diligent, and passionate. Flying why do I keep saying Ice? No, I'm Flying. It's Flying. Flying is assertive, straightforward, earnest, pushy, diligent, and passionate. I'm saying Ice has no chill. No. It's Flying type that has no chill. Flying type has no chill. I'm sorry, I keep reading it wrong. Flying pursues Ice with abandon, inviting him to extravagant dates, encouraging him to talk and try new things. Often, Flying finds himself... Sorry, I cannot read. Often, Flying finds himself invading Ice's personal space, not that Ice minds, and tries to wall him with his swap persona, although that makes him look awkward sometimes. He's very much the opposite of Ground. So the TLDR is that they are both essentially trying to... They're both good for Ice, but in different ways, you know? One of them is, you know, being a grounding presence, when the other one is trying to be more of an emboldening presence. More of a lifting you up type of thing, which I think fits the Flying type pretty well, you know? So that's the point that I'm trying to get at. That is what he does, essentially. So Ground sounds like a bottom to me. I mean, she's definitely not a bottom, that's for sure. I think that if you think that Ice is a top, you got the wrong idea of who Ice is. Because Ice is very much not capable of topping in any way, shape, or form. Do you guys want me to read you Ice's description as well? I mean, you guys are about to see him pretty soon here, so. Hear me out. We give the gym leader a tall GF. Oh, you mean Poison? You mean Poison's GF? Well, the thing is that Poison is actually quite tall herself. Poison is quite tall herself, so you know, it's a little bit difficult to make somebody taller than her. But we can try. We can try. Or is it because it's too cold? Or I'm gonna hurt you. I'm gonna hurt you. Short GF. I'm thinking about that. I think Poison is gonna have a short GF. I think that's what we're gonna do. She's gonna have a short GF. But you know, Ice type is actually a little bit shorty too. Ice type is meant to be a bit of a shorty, and basically what I want is for the trio of Ice, Flying, and Ground to have like very different body types amongst each other. So that is my thing. That's my thing with them. I want Ice, Flying, and Ground to look very different from each other. You know, opposites attracts and all that. Because I also think that chubby people deserve love. You know, chubby people deserve love. Bye Vaporeon. Have a good day. And you know, my main thing with Ice type is that you can still find love even if your body type is not basic. You know. Wait, are these leaders all meant to be from a Hispanic region? It's actually turning out to be like that. I didn't originally plan to, but I think it might end up being like that. Wait, by the way, we still need to give her a name. I still haven't come up with a name. And does anybody have any takers on the name? Because I actually need help on coming up with a name for her. If you guys have any names for her, I would really appreciate it. Something that starts with an E. With an E. Does she look like somebody with an E? Emily? No, Emily. Not Emily. Not Emily. I know that you guys wanted her to be named Nora, but I don't know how much Nora actually like fits with her personality that much. Elvira? Elvira? I guess that doesn't sound how bad. Elvira. But I don't know. That feels like it suits more of a sophisticated woman rather than somebody like her who's, you know, not necessarily sophisticated. I need a reference for this. I guess this is good enough. How about Queena? Spell Queena. That is not really Spanish. Which I guess it doesn't have to be. I guess not all of them have to have Spanish names. I guess some of them can be foreigners. If you really think about it. Queena. How about something to do with the name Toxic? Like, can you guys come up with something that sort of feels like it's meant to like read toxic, you know? Like, you know how Pokemon is with the names, you know? Karen. Karen, you want her to be named Karen? Bob. Y'all, come on, be serious. Actually, I like Bob though. I like Bob. I like Bob, but I don't think I'm gonna name her Bob. Come on. I really need a good reference for this, but I'm not able to find any. I guess this is as good as it's gonna get for a reference. Huh? Okay, I'm gonna grab this as a reference because I just cannot draw hands for my life right now. I cannot draw hands to save my life. L basic? Sorry. No, it's fine. Don't worry about it. I like I said, I appreciate your suggestions. I venenosa. I mean, isn't that a little bit? I mean, well, Mars' name is Mars, so I guess that makes sense. How about a toxic? Toxica. I feel like Toxica is just too... I mean, Toxica, I can see her being her... How about this? Tadu. Oh, Tadu's cute. I like Tadu. How do you guys feel about that? Toxica. Again, it feels so on the nose. La tía Veneno. That's my aunt. Don't talk about my aunt. How dare you? How about Toxica? I feel like Toxica would be like such a good streamer name. You know what I mean? I feel like it's a good streamer name. Well, I don't know if it's a little bit too corny. It could also be too corny. Nociva. Wait. Nociva sounds kinda cute. But no, it sounds like nose in English though. Oh, I don't know about that. Nociva la diva. Oh. Okay, that's kind of fire though. That's kind of fire. I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of fire. I kind of enjoy that one. Anyway, this is gonna look awful until it looks good. So just bear with me for a moment. Just bear with me. It's gonna look really bad for a little bit long. For a little bit. Hold up, that's a what? That's a what? That's a what, Coroning? What are you talking about? I'll fall apart. Maybe this is all a test. I feel like I'm the world's burner. Always I'm like I'm the best. I don't know. Looks a little wrong out of context. I know. Like that honestly though, that's just like how hands are though. Hands are kind of just like that. They tend to look really wrong until they look right. You know? Hands tend to look really bad until they don't look until they look correct. Which I fucking hate. It's the reason why I hate drawing hands so much. Hold on, I need to lock in on this hand solder a little bit. 1 second. Okay, you know what? It is what it is. It is what it is. We're not going to be suffering too much with hands today, okay? I choose to not suffer too much. My hands just keep looking so bad when I draw them. One thing that really did help for me to get better at drawing hands is drawing doll hands. You know, drawing my model's hands actually did help me draw them a lot better. But I still struggle. I just do blocks. I prefer the doll hand method personally, because I feel like it allows me to see better what the joints are. But honestly, I feel like there is no right or wrong way to draw hands, because even when you draw them right, hands just tend to look weird. That's the thing about hands. Even when they're properly drawn, hands just look weird. And that's what I hate about them. Hands just look weird. They are weird. Like, if you stare at your hands for a little bit too long, you're gonna notice how weird they are. You know what I mean? Okay. I need this to be here. And then here. You know what? That's fine. That's fine. We're gonna continue. We need to move on. I need to move on at some point, because otherwise I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. I'm gonna lose my mind with this thing. Actually, am I even drawing it in the correct angle? I don't think I am. I don't think I am. What the hell? Hear me out. Lots of jewelry. cover up the mistakes with glitter. Cover up the mistakes with glitter. That's essentially what jewelry is for hands. Hear me out. Maybe you could ask for suggestions in the name on the server, and then call a poll and see which name is the best. Then you pick from the top 3 names. We can do that, actually. I don't mind that. That actually sounds kind of fun. That actually sound. Would you guys be into that? Because I'd be down. Ah. God, this looks so awful. This looks so bad. Just continue drawing, Renan. Just continue drawing. Continue drawing. It will look better. It will look better once you actually figure it out. You know? It will look better. Just keep drawing. It's okay, Renan. It's okay. No, Siva is a pretty good name. I like it too. I don't know. I don't know what to do with the name. Because, like, I like those names, but I also don't want to be, like, too... I want to avoid being too on the nose, you know? Like, I want to be on the nose enough to recognize that this is, you know... It might be, like, a name that the Pokemon Company came up with, you know? But I also don't want to be so on the nose that it's corny. Rosiva. Okay. They also have to sound like names, though. Which, by the way, hi, Ryoken. How you doing, sweetheart? Hope you're having a good day. They have to sound like names, though. Oh, give me 1 second. I need to go grab something to blow my nose with. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. You know, I did a pretty good joke just now. And now it is lost to time and space, you know? That joke would never see the light of day because now I don't think it's gonna be good. It's gonna be as good as it once was, unfortunately. So you guys shall never hear that joke. Hi, Ryoken. Hello, everybody. Sorry, I'm back. I'm very sorry about that. I just went to blow my nose, powder my nose, if you will. You know, sometimes I just wonder the way that my body works because I'm not really feeling sick, but for some reason I have so much. My nose feels so stuffy for some reason, and now I'm like wondering if I'm actually getting sick or not. And if I am, I'm gonna cry and kill myself because I am so tired of being sick. I am so tired of it. I don't want to be sick anymore. Hey, can somebody get sick in Mindstead? You know, can somebody get sick in Mindstead? Like, anybody willing to take the hit for the rest of us? Is anybody willing? Because I am tired of it. I don't want it anymore. Does this look decent? Chat, does this look like a decent hand? Does this look good? I don't know if it looks good. Fuck. Okay, we're gonna just grab it. But anyway, continuing with names. Honestly, I do like Toxica and Nociva. Corrosiva. Corrosiva. Is there a play on words that we can do? Is there like a way that we can spell a name in a more unique way that sounds like it, you know? Cause that's the thing, right? That's the thing. I feel like we can do like a pretty on the nose name, but if we kind of disguise it a little bit, you know? If we can disguise it, I feel like it could be really good. Toxica, she's a TikToker. Get the fuck out of here. Oh yeah, I hate you so much. Oh, I actually gonna live for that. I hate how much I live for it. Hey Aaron, how you doing, sweetheart? Hope you're having a good day. I feel like just with the way that she's holding it. They even spell it with a C for the Zoomers. Are you talking about the fact that a lot of people nowadays are just like, you know, they're coming up with unique pronunciations of things, but they just end up doing it looking maybe like very stupid? Is that who you're calling out? Because if so, fuck off. Because that can be me sometimes. That is me trying to come up with the names of my characters, okay? What is this? Where is everything? Okay. Okay. So here is the mascara one, because I feel like that's what I've decided that she's gonna do. It's mascara. And then we draw a tree. We're getting places. We're getting places. I feel like this is looking kind of decent now. There we go. Actually, that doesn't look half bad. That doesn't look too bad. That doesn't look too bad. See, chat, you guys didn't believe in me. That's what it was. You guys just don't believe. You guys don't believe in my potential. In the things that I can do. You just don't believe. But I believe in mine. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Tika. Sika. Shit. Isn't Sika actually supposed to be like the name of a mosquito? Isn't Sika the name of a mosquito or something like that? I barely remember that being the name of a disease. And I don't know if I want to name my character after a disease. Sika. I feel like that's also a condom brand, if I remember right. Or is that Seiko? I don't remember. Hold on. I need to Google this now. Sika. It is? It is the name of an illness? I mean, Sika kind of sounds so. But it's not, I feel like it also doesn't flow off the tongue pretty well. What toxic word that we're turning into a name? Nociva. Nociva. Lo dan los mosquitos. Yeah, I remember that now. Mosquitoes. Fuck. What else could it be? Nociva. Siva. No, they don't like Siva. Nox. No, Nox means night. What is the Latin word for something poisonous? Venenum. That doesn't help. Venenosa. Veneno. Sika AG is a Swedish chemical company. I mean, that kind of makes sense. That kind of makes sense, actually. Veneno. Veneno. Nona. Venenosa. Nenosa. Nosa. Binena. Binena. The thing about Binena is that kind of sounds like a VTuber group. That kind of sounds like a VTuber group. It sounds a little bit like a VTuber group that will get canceled like 2 months after debut. That's what it sounds like to me. So I'm not sure about that one. Oh, Binana. That genuinely sounds like the name of an all-female VTuber group that will get canceled. You know. Benona. Benona? Binona? Binona. I kind of like Nona. I kind of like Nona, but it just doesn't mean anything. Oxicum. Benona, basically. Yeah, Benona. Benona sounds fun. I like Benona. Nona for short. Envenena. Envenenada. I'm thinking. Brady's liking Benona. I like Benona. Ooh, what about Toxie? What about Toxie? Just like that. Toxie instead of Roxy. Like, so something very common that, okay, I don't know if you guys know about this. I don't know if you guys know about this because I feel like this only happens in like in Spanish, right? But like oftentimes sometimes names come about because the secretary who was meant to make your certificate got lazy and she misspelled it. You know, my sister's name actually, the one that she has right now, it's actually miswritten. It's actually not written properly. The original name is a couple letters different. And now, you know, my sister has a very unique name because the lady at the counter just couldn't type it properly. So I'm thinking that I might go with Toxie. Because I feel like it would, like, her parent wanted to name her Roxy, but the lady at the counter was misspelled it because, you know, the T and the R are very close to each other. I kind of like Toxie. Oh, wait. Toxana, Toxie for short. Toxana. Because here's the thing, Roxana, it's a very common name here. You know, it's the Spanish version of Roxanne. So Roxana, Toxana. Oh, I think we found it, Chad. I think we found it. I think we may have found it. I think we might have found it. Sure, it works, but now I feel like you don't like it. Now I feel like you're saying it just to appease me. And I'm not sure how to feel about that. Do you actually like it? Or you just being nice? I feel like you're just being nice to me. Oh. No, it really works. Are you sure about that? You sure about that? Promise me you're being serious. Okay, there we go. Now we have a face. I feel like it could be pushed a little bit more to really show how ugly the face is. The face that she's doing is when she puts her makeup on. But anyway, now we get to actually draw her hair, which that's gonna be fun. Hey, Zero-C, you like the name? Then it works. I mean, this is still a democracy, though. This is still a democracy. I think I'm gonna put a bunch of the names up for both, and you guys will vote on it. I think that's what we're gonna do. So we have Nociva, Toxa, and Toxana. You know, Nociva, Toxana, Venona. Venona is also on the running. Where is it? There. Venona's on the running. What else was on the running? What else did you guys say? Saren. Saren, you guys wanted Saren too. Which I guess it works. I guess it works. It is the name of a Warframe after all. And I do like Warframe names. I feel like her face is supposed to be a lot more chunky than this. And I am drawing it a little bit too demure. There you go. Is it supposed to be this chunky? Karen's taken though. I just thought it was a joke. I mean, is it taken? We can... Wait, we can do this. We can do this. We can do this. We can do this. We can do it like this. You know, when mom's trying to be unique and special, and they just put an H in something. You know, it does happen. I've seen it before. I've seen it happen before. That does happen quite a lot. Look at this thing, Karen. Exactly. Exactly. You get me. You get me. Okay, so now we get to actually draw her hair. I think it's fun. I like drawing hair. And so first things first. First things first, and the first thing that we're gonna do is... Oh, first we're gonna draw the perimeter of it. And I think what I'm gonna do, chat, is I'm gonna use one of the previous hairstyles that you guys like, but that I couldn't use on this. Which I think it's gonna be D. I think this is the hairstyle I'm gonna use for this particular thing. I'm gonna make it a bit less what's it called? I mean, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make it a bit less elaborate, you know? I'm gonna make it a bit less elaborate just so it looks like this is the hair outside of it. Curly? Interesting choice. I mean, her hair is curly. Her hair is curly. You know, this was the second most voted hairstyle. The first one was B, but the second most voted hairstyle was D. Everybody liked D a lot, so I'm gonna use that one as a reference. And once again, it's not gonna be exactly the same because I want it to be less what's it called? I want it to be less elaborate. Oh, really? That's interesting. I mean, that was this has been the point so far. The point is that she really heavily modifies her appearance. That's what I wanted to do with her. She really heavily modifies her appearance because, you know, her main thing is rebellion. She's rebelling against a lot of things. And so that's what I wanted to do with her personally. So let's see. I'm just gonna draw and see how it turns out. Because I think what I might do, if anything, I might just make them space bonds. Instead of doing like this really elaborate like braiding thing, I think I might just make them space bonds. Just to keep it simple. Is it to stay incognito when not streaming or something? I mean, no, not really. And because I think she would probably do like get ready with me and stuff like that. I don't think she's trying to stay incognito. It's more so because how do I describe it in a way that makes sense? It's more so because I want her face without makeup to be very similar to her mom's, you know? And she doesn't like looking like her mom. That's the thing. She doesn't like looking like her mom. So she modifies her appearance quite a lot to not look like her. And you know, part of the thing is that the mom is actual part of the team. Her mom is also a gym leader. You know? I forgot about the issues with the mom. Yeah. I mean, I don't bring it up quite often because it is kind of hard to bring it up when you don't have the full picture of everyone. Who's this small cutie on the bottom? Watch it. Oh, you mean Salem? Wow! I need to tell Salem about this. I need to tell Salem about this. Salem! Salem! Hey, it's Salem. It's my friend. Oh, hi, Salem. So, Salem, somebody called you cute. Somebody in chat called you cute. Because, you know, I have you here as my emotional support human. And somebody in the chat called you cute. So, I think you should be able to see that and respond. He didn't Ren and Jerry and Pepper during the last stream. Yeah, he was here in the last stream. We drew Pokemon from memory. Well, I forced them to draw Pokemon from stream, and then they had fun, or at least I think they did. I don't know, Salem. Jerry's out. Do you have fun? That is my little face. I took that picture 30 minutes before stream. Yeah. Because here's the thing. Salem didn't have really any pictures that were like wide, like high quality enough for the stream. So I basically forced him to take a picture. I forced him to take a picture for the stream, and here he is now. He's immortalized in my streams now. I'm gonna keep you here as a pet. I'm gonna give you here as a pet from now on, Salem. You're my emotional support human. Wow, Cronin. Wow, Cronin. Not saying that he's handsome too. It's a good looking face. You know, Zurich, I'm still expecting the wedding ring that you promised me. And now you're flirting with other men. How are we supposed to get past this? Huh? How are we supposed to get past this? Dylan will be the Pikachu to your Ash. Don't talk to me about Ash. I've been doing shorts about him. I'm working on shorts about him. And I kind of hate him now. Me and my homies hate Ash. Ask Ketchum de Pablo Paleta. I apologize your mail, by the way. Unfortunately, I am straight. The funny thing is that Zurich is also straight. That's the funny part to me. Zurich is also straight. Zurich is also straight. I think he just sees it. I think he just recognizes a good face when he sees it. You know. We love positive masculinity. Hell yeah! We love men telling each other that they look good. You know. We love men supporting each other. We love when men support each other and, you know, take care about each other. You're a handsome lad, Salem. Am I a handsome lad? Or am I a pretty lad? You know, I get conflicted sometimes. Because I prefer to be called pretty over handsome. But in technicality, pretty and handsome are just two different things. You know? You can be a handsome woman and you can be a pretty man. So, I don't know how to feel. I want to be called pretty, but I also want to be called handsome. It's such a conundrum. Oh, but yeah, I love Salem. Salem is a good lad. He's been keeping me accountable with making content and stuff. So, you know, if you guys are getting content in the future, it's because of him. He's basically hanging out with me, forcing me to do stuff. I would say that handsome applies to masculine traits and pretty to feminine traits. I guess that makes sense. That does make sense. I guess you are right on that one. But then, would you call me pretty? Am I pretty, Kuronen? Is this you calling me pretty? Because if it is, thank you. Thank you, Kuronen. I appreciate it. Yes, I will make this about myself. I will always make it about myself. I am a VTuber after all. That's what we do. That's what we VTubers tend to do. Make it about ourselves. But yeah, aren't you glad that you didn't become a VTuber, Salem? Aren't you glad that you're not a VTuber? Because I remember you were talking about this. Thank you for the hydration. I appreciate it. I have pineapple water. I remember you saying that the reason why you weren't a VTuber is because you think you're pretty and therefore you want to show it off. And honestly, you better work, bitch. You better work. There you go. I like this. This is a very much a different vibe. But it still feels like the same character, which I really enjoy. Does Salem have a trainer, Sona? I don't know. Do you have a trainer, Salem? Do you have a trainer, Sona? What exactly is a trainer, Sona? I suppose a Pokemon version of yourself? Question mark. Like, I don't know how to describe it. Some Poketubers have an OC representing themselves. I mean, would you call Renan my trainer, Sona, then? Is that what you're saying? Would that be my trainer, Sona? Would Renan be my trainer, Sona? Questions that would need to be answered. Honestly, I was messing around with the possibility of doing like another model. I was messing with the possibility of doing a new model for, you know, the more Pokemon outlook that we have right now. But I'm not sure if I'm gonna do that. Because that would be a lot of money. That would be a lot of money. That will be money, unless you guys are willing to help me pay for it, which I don't want to ask you for that, so. I was messing around with a little something earlier. So, essentially, I just wanted to come up with ideas and stuff like that about like I guess a gym leader Sona for Renan. And all I could really come up with is, you know, making the hair a little bit more fairy-like and a little bit how Pokemon would do it. Because a bit of Pokemon is doing very exaggerated shapes, you know? It is like doing very exaggerated shapes for Pokemon. So this is essentially my first thought, you know? Making it look kinda, because kind of like a fairy wings, but also just, you know, similar to Renan's hair the way that it is right now. Because I also, if I were to do like a redesigned version of Renan for it to fit the Pokemon aesthetic better, I feel like I wouldn't change it too much, you know? I wouldn't change it too much because I feel like Renan is already iconic the way that he is, you know? The more hair is always better, never enough. And so what you're saying is that you like both men and women with long hair. Do you hear that, Salem? Do you hear that? They're saying that they want to see you with long hair. So what you waiting for, Salem? What you waiting for? We want to see a Salem with long hair. We want to see a Salem with long hair. The people are requesting it. The people request it. They want it. The fact that my hair is thinking at my young age. Don't worry, bitch. Me too. My hair is also vanishing right in front of my eyes as we speak. I'm taking medicine for it, actually. You should look into minoxidil. Minoxidil is good to keeping a bit of hair in your scalp. Have you thought about minoxidil? But yeah, essentially this would be it. Essentially, this would be Renan's hair in a bit of a more Pokemon style, I guess. You know? But anyway, there's neither here nor there. I also don't like the feeling that long hair. You know what? I don't either, but I love how it makes me feel. I don't like the way that hair feels in my neck, but I love the way it makes me feel, you know? It makes me feel so good. Because, you know, it's just one of those things that I'd rather sacrifice everything for aesthetics. I'd rather look aesthetic than not. And my hair, I want to rip my hair out every time that my hair touches my neck. But at the same time, I feel like I look so cunt with my hair long that I just can't help it. And so I just have it long. I have it long because I love the way that it looks. I hate my hair long. I need a Bosco to just can't stand. I just can't stand it. Oh, if I, I think the worst part about having long hair, the worst part about having long hair is that when your hair gets long enough, you pull it even if you don't mean to. Because like sometimes I am laying down in my bed, and then my hair is right about where my elbow is, and so let's say I want to turn my head, let's say I want to turn my head, and because my elbow is resting where my hair is, just imagine that I'm basically scalping myself. I basically just snatch my own wig because I turn around, but my hair is being pinned out by my elbow, and therefore I pulled my own hair. And that happens quite often when you have your hair as long as I do. My hair is pretty long. So I don't recommend having long hair unless you really like the way that it looks. Because otherwise you're not gonna have a fun time. I will tell you that right now. You're not gonna have a fun time having long hair if you don't love the way that it looks. Hello? Is this not working? Hello? Oh, love that. Oh, love that. Oh, fuck. My phone. Oh, no. Guys, I think my stream might die. I think my stream might die because my PC is dying. My PC... my PC is doing the thing where the hard drive is kind of like working overdrive a little bit. You guys know how you can see how when you see that a hard drive is working, it has like a light that flashes, and when the hard drive gets stuck on something, it just stops flashing, and it just like it's just like a full green light. That's essentially what's happening right now. So I need to give it a second for my hair for my PC to stop exploding for a moment, just for a moment or two. I had long hair back before the military, and I want it back, but I will have to wait. How long are you in the military for? That's kind of odd because streams seem fine. I don't know. It's just something happens like that. I don't know why it happens, but it does happen. Am I crazy, or I think the ears might be a little low? Yeah, the ears might be were a little low, I think. Or is it just in general the head has a weird shape? I think the head might have a weird shape right now. Or it may be both, actually. It may be both that the ear is too low and the head has a weird shape. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to lock in a little because, I haven't really been drawing that much, to be honest. All I've been doing is yapping, which I think it's fun. I think yapping is fun. I think yapping is like half of the reason why you guys come to these streams, because you guys enjoy my yap fest. But I am supposed to be doing a little bit of progress with this, just a tiny little bit. Meow 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 meow. Ah, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, chat. I'll go back to paying attention to you in a moment. I just really wanna figure this out. I guess we can have like one little short hair just like popping out. Like it's not long enough for it to like get in the way of her vision. but it is long enough for you to see it. There you go. There you go. She looks so different. Oh my gosh. But that's kind of the point. It is kind of the point. She's supposed to look a little different. Also, I think I may have fucked up the profile of her face. I think I may have made it a little bit chubbier than I intended it. Because it's supposed to be chubby, but it's not supposed to be this chubby. The chubbier face is meant to belong to the Ice-type Gymleader. The Ice-type Gymleader is the one that has a chubby face. She's supposed to have a round face, but not chubby. There you go. Now it kind of looks like the same person. I think. I don't know. How old is your drive? I think it must be like... I think I got it in like 2020. I think I got it in 2020, or it might be anywhere from 2020 to 2022, more or less. I think it's 2020, so it's been 6 years. It's been 6 years. Apparently, a few more years and we're sure past it. Factors to think about. I'm sorry that to hear that you're stuck in the military for a while, but hey. Do you at least enjoy it? Do you enjoy the military a little bit? If anything? Is it at least a little fun for you? Because if it's a little fun, then I guess it's worth it. Okay. I think one last thing before we wrap up this particular sketch is to make it closer, and there we go. Okay, I'm just gonna clarify the shape of this hand, and then we can move to the next sketch. Because I really want to do at least another sketch today before I end stream. Híjole, ya está un poco viejita. I know, but I there is no money to pay for anything right now. And honestly, if anything, rather than get a new piece for my PC, what I want is a Switch 2. Like, I know I should have the PC should be a bigger priority, but I want a Switch 2. I want a Switch 2 so bad. I swear to God, I want to play Pokemon Pokopia. And I really want to do like a fairy only run of Winds and Waves when it comes out. I really want to do that as well. You know, I genuinely want to do that, which is the reason why I want to have a Switch 2. If I wasn't a content creator, I don't think I would mind too much if I didn't have one. But I really want to Switch 2 just to play to do a fairy type only run. You should definitely prioritize the drive. Their prices will keep skyrocketing in the coming year. I feel like that's just everything though, because including the Switch 2, the Switch 2 is also gonna go up in price. So really, everything is just gonna get more expensive now. I'm gonna be real. By the way, I'm gonna be lurking. Sorry if I just chat too much today. That's okay. You don't have to apologize for that, right? I enjoy the job I have, and the money is nice. The pay is not amazing, but having like two bills is only like 2 bills is great. I mean, you say it doesn't pay great, but you have given me like $200 in the past, so like. It may not pay great, but it pays you enough for you to be able to splurge like that. You know? So like, at least that's something. Bitch, what the hell? Bitch, what the hell? What the hell? The PC stuff is always getting getting way more expensive though, because it's silly AI craze. That's just the same. That's the same with the With consoles, though, consoles are also getting more expensive because of AI. That's quite literally the thing. AI is ruining it for everybody. Console gamers, PC gamers, all of us are just suffering because of the AI. So like, really, there is not that much of a difference in the price. Like, honestly, building a PC is not even that much cheaper than getting a handheld console, if I may be honest with you. Like, sure, the PC also works for a bunch of other things, but I think if we're talking like money-wise and how expensive it is to build a PC versus how expensive it is to buy a new handheld console, I feel like the console and the PC are just basically the same price at this point, you know? At least that's what it feels like. I'm not really sure if that's actually the case, but you know, it feels like that. And now, first of all, we need to do the nails, though. We need to do the nails. The nails is very important. So, well, I mean, for this one, the nails are short for this part. So that's not that interesting. But for this, the nail is long in this one, so the nail is gonna be very long. It's gonna have a really, really long nail. Hi, Irene. How you doing, sweetheart? I hope you're having a good day. How's it going? Sorry, I'm kind of struggling to figure out what the shape of the nails actually are. Sometimes I just draw like extended fingernails, but I feel like that doesn't work sometimes when it comes to actually drawing nails, you know? How do I draw that here? It's a lot more pointier in this drawing, so I guess I need to make it pointy. Yeah, also making. What are you making? What are you making, you don't mind me asking? Are you drawing too? And if you are, what are you drawing? You gotta tell me all the details, otherwise I don't get the full picture. Birthday art! Oh my god, congratulations! Happy birthday! Happy birthday, Irene! Well, is it your birthday or is it your friend's birthday? Because it's happy birthday to them. Oh, not for me. Oh, okay, so a friend's birthday gift. Okay. I'm sure it's turned out very cute. My birthday is in October. My mom's birthday is in October too. She's also an October baby, which is quite concerning because I feel like it's not that far away. Actually, is this even the hand that is gonna be? Oh no, yes it is. No, it's not. Wait, hold on. Oh no, it's not the hand. It's not the hand that has the It's not the hand. So all of the nails on this one must be long. All of the nails on this one must be long. Fortunately or unfortunately. We're almost halfway into 2026. Almost? It feels like we're always there. It feels like we are there already, honestly. We are there already. It genuinely, absolutely doesn't feel like it's been 5 months already. Well, four and a half. It's basically 4.5 months. But still, guys, we just started 2026. I haven't even accomplished any of my goals that I had yet. Oh, by the way, I need to talk to you about something. Guys, so you guys remember how I said that I wanted to be part of a VTuber convention, and I wanted to be part of Offkai. I don't think I'm gonna be able to anymore, because the rates to The rates to go to Offguide is quite expensive. It's like $100 minimum, and I don't have the kind of money to be spending on just, you know, a robot meet and greet, you know? And I feel quite bad at the same time though, because even if I did pay for it, you guys are probably not gonna be there. Like, I want it for the experience, don't get me wrong. I want to have a meet and greet for the experience of it. I don't care if nobody shows up, you know? I don't care, because I'm doing it for the experience. But I feel like if I'm gonna be spending that kind of money to appear, it would probably be better for me to do it on like a convention that you guys are most likely to go to. And I know that you guys don't go to conventions anyway, but you know, I'm just trying here, and I really wanted to go. I really wanted to go. I really wanted to be a robot and just like go around and bother people, right? But unfortunately, I don't think it's in the cards for me anymore. Like, the only thing I thought about is to like make a sponsor page for it, you know? But I don't know. I don't think... I don't want to ask you money for that, primarily because I don't think it's a thing that you guys are going to get any satisfaction out of it, aside from, you know, making me happy. But I feel like you guys should get something out of spending your money on me, you know? And so, I think this is the official announcement that I'm not going to AFCA anymore. Which, again, I'm very sad about that. I really wanted to go. I really wanted to go. But oh well, that's just kind of how the cookie crumbles. That is kind of how, it just kind of how it be. But hey, maybe we'll be able to get there at some point in time. Now, I think the more tricky part is I don't know if I'm going to be able to do merch either. Because that's another thing. Merch is also very expensive. Merch is also really expensive. And so I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do merch either. So I'm sorry that I'm not accomplishing the goals that I set out to do. No. Does anyone you know is going to AFCAI? No. Most people that I know that are going to AFCAI, they are going it through the robot, the same way I was gonna do it. And you know, I think it's actually, I don't think it's actually allowed unless you get a permit for that. So, you know, I don't think it would work out. But it's fine. It's fine. Genuinely, it's fine. Eventually, I will be able to go. Let it be known that I am benevolent. I spared the bug that landed on my bed. I took it outside. What kind of bug was it? Was it a roach? Was it a roach? And if so, I think you did good. Because roaches are not that dirty. Roaches are not as dirty as people make them out to be. Like, yes, they are a dirty animal, but they're not as dirty as people make it out to be. People exaggerate with roaches. Okay. There we go. Stink bug. A stink bug? What is a stink bug? I don't think I ever heard of that. What is a stink bug? A bug that stinks. Thank you. You're so helpful. You're so helpful, Irene. I guess the name do be. I guess the name sometimes do be straightforward, huh? I guess it do be straightforward sometimes. Lord. Anyway, here we have another thing for her. We have another drawing with her outside of her makeup, which I feel like it's a nice thing to see. I think it's nice to see her outside full like full glam, you know. What else shall we do for this? All right, we said we we're gonna do girlfriend, but I feel like that's probably gonna take a lot more time than what it is right now. Do you guys have any? How about you guys give me a prompt? Also, when your art is so edible, can I eat it? Yeah, you can. That's okay. That's allowed. Yeah, you guys give me a prompt. A prompt to draw for her. Like, you know, we already did like, you know, a little bit of an Instagram story, her showing off her nails, you know. I got one glam. I mean, she's already glam though. That's the thing. Keep in mind that what I'm trying to achieve is something similar to this, you know. What I'm trying to achieve is something similar to this, you know. I'm trying to achieve something similar to this, like vibes, a spreadsheet, if you will, a spreadsheet. No, character art sheet. I'm more on her yelling at each other. You see, I mean, that's already happening kind of here, though. This is already kind of happening here, though. We're already showing the animosity between between two gym leaders right now, between Mara and I'm gonna go with Nona for now. This is not, I'm not saying this is gonna be her name quite. No, we said Toxie. Yeah, no, Toxie. Yeah. How about elegant, but her spikes aren't soft then? Elegant. Okay, we'll go with elegant. You don't need to say yes, by the way. I mean, I'm just pondering what could I do with that prompt. More like, how about this? How about make it more specific? Think about a character action or something to react to, you know. I think that might be better. Something to react to. Like the way that they do it. You know, like, you know, side profile with Pokemon. Her being high, I suppose. What does she like to do? Her girlfriend. I'm kidding. I'm not gonna draw that. Okay, hold on. Let me think. What does she like to do? Okay, I think it's coming to me. I think it's coming to me. Where is it? I think what I might do is I might draw her like with a disgusted face, maybe. A disgusted face, or pillified, mayhaps. I feel like we're just saying different ways in which she is like with her girlfriend, you know. I feel like that's what we're doing right now. Different ways to describe her relationship with her girlfriend. Which I guess it's fair. You know, she does like her girlfriend a lot. Brain. Come on, brain. Think of something. Come on, brain, think of something. Think of something, brain. I know you can think. I know you're capable of thinking. I guess we can show her hair in a different angle, maybe. I just noticed the guy in the corner. Yeah, that's Salem. It's my emotional support human. It's my emotional support human. Say hello to Salem. I think I'm gonna do her. I'm gonna do a side profile. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a side profile, real quick. Which this one is probably gonna take a lot out of me because I'm not really used to drawing noses like on a profile. So bear me for a little bit. Bear me for a little bit. This is gonna be difficult. Yeah, jump scare. This is Salem. Salem's my friend. He's very nice. He also makes Pokemon content. Salem, you should put your YouTube channel. You should promote. I'm allowing you to promote yourself. So promote yourself, Salem. I mean, if we count the side of the face would be right here. I said your YouTube channel, not your Twitch. You have... Man, you had one job, Salem. Salem, you had one job. You had one job, Salem. Jesus. You had one job and you fucked it up, Salem. Oh my lord. Goodness gracious. I'm sorry, I'm in the process of updating all my socials. What do you mean you're in the process of updating all your socials? What do you do? What are you doing? Pick up my name and look at my profile picture. I mean, in the profile picture that I see is just the normal one that you usually have. Hold on, I need to actually get into Twitch chat. And let's see. Oh! Now it's your cartoon face. Okay, I see it now. You have a cartoon face. It's his trainer Sona. Yeah, it's his trainer Sona. Oh, that's so funny. Okay, let's think about the way that her face would work on this. Because it would be the cheekbones. And her face is supposed to be rounder. And so, you know, by the way, if you guys ever struggle with drawing faces that are supposed to be a little bit chubby, a little bit rounder, try to draw try to remove this little part right here. You know, usually when we draw faces, you know, when we draw faces, we draw it like this. We draw this little line to indicate the jawline. But when your face is rounder, you don't really see that part that much, you know? When your face is rounder and a little chubbier, the line should be a bit less distinct. And this would make it feel a bit on the chubbier side, you know? Like, of course, it's still not like a fully chubby face because, well, she is chubby, but she's not that fat, you know? I'm reserving a fully chubby face for the ice type gym leader. The ice type gym leader is the one that has the chubby face. Oh, what the fuck? Let's see. Okay, I feel like this está un poquito chata. This looks a little bit too flat, so I need to move it forward. Siente chata. Do you guys love that sometimes I forget how to express myself in English and I just immediately default to Spanish? I love Spanish sometimes. And sometimes I hate it. Because sometimes I just can't remember a word for the life of me. I think it might also be that the face is a little... Yeah, it needs to be taller. There you go. Real though. It does happen. It happens quite a lot often to me. I need to rule the way that an African nose looks like in a profile. Okay, there we go. There you go. So this would be more or less where the eyebrows are. So this would be eyebrows. And therefore, her eyes would be more or less here. And then the nose would be here. Something I do know about black noses in general is that they're a little bit flatter on the when you put it on a profile. A bit flatter and raised up. And also they just look round. They're really round. And so cheeks, more or less where the cheeks would be. And then we have the big lips. We have lips. Oh, no wonder she looks so weird. She has no chin. No wonder she's looking weird. I forgot to leave enough space for the chin. Lamau. There's not enough chin space. The chin must be given a space to shine. Button nose. Yeah, button nose, essentially. Although, I think her face might be a little long now. I don't think her face is meant to be that long. So, I might need to make it slightly just shorter. Let's see how it looks, and then we'll continue moving from there. I mean, I guess it looks fine. It does look a little flat. I think it's because there is not enough like definition between the forehead. Yeah, the forehead is a little bit too far forward. There you go. That doesn't look like the same person though. Ah, fuck me. I hate drawing side profiles. Side profiles are such a pain in the ass, dude. Side profiles are such a pain in the ass because they are so hard to do right. She's African? Yeah, she is African. She is African. She's black. That is like something I paid a lot of attention to, actually. I really wanted her to be visibly black. Like, not just in skin tone, but in features as well. That was the goal. The goal was making her look as black as I can humanly can. I can help out. Hey, if you have any reference pictures, I would enjoy it. Actually, I think that it might be... Yeah. Actually, I think I see what I see what else needs to be done. There you go. There you go. Wait. I'm actually getting it. I'm actually kind of getting it. I'm actually kind of getting it. Hold on. Wait. Did I figure it out? Incredible work recently, Renan. Thank you. You're so sweet. If I ever had to draw a profile drawing, I'd use half of the front face and use that as a basis to draw. I mean, I do that sometimes, but you know, I am trying to get better at just drawing it, you know, without cheating per se. It's quote unquote cheating. There's really no cheating in art. Cheating in art is a false concept. It doesn't really exist. But you know, it is a thing. It is a thing that people do. It is a legit technique. More so when you have to keep things on model. You know, like particularly when you are doing like cartoon characters who are like slightly flatter in their proportions. You can do that to keep it on model. You know. It is a reality that you can do. But sometimes when you do that, it just ends up looking flatter than you mean to, which is why it mostly just works for cartoon characters rather than, you know, more 3D characters like the ones that I tend to draw, you know? My characters tend to be a bit more on the realistic side of things. And so I just, they just don't end up looking as good as they should on that type of stuff. You know what I mean? Okay, but the side profile is side profiling. I can. Oh, woo! Did I eat? Chat, did I eat? Did I devour? Did I devour the side profile? Because I feel like side profile is good. The ear is a little bit too low though, but you know that is easily fixable. Did I eat with this side profile or what, Chad? Did I eat with this side profile or what? I feel like I did so good. Which, by the way, hi, Jerry. I feel like I already said hi, but if I didn't, hi, Jerry. How you doing? I hope you're having a good day. How was your stream? I know that you were a little late today. I hope it didn't, you know, it didn't mess up any of your stream flow. Thank you so much for the hydration, Huronin. I appreciate it. Oh. I don't know if you ate, but if you didn't drink. Why do I feel... You know, sometimes I feel like I should add a cooldown on that. Because I remember when Nova was just like spamming it left and right. And, you know, I had to drink water for like 2 minutes straight. So I need to disable the hydration stream. Hi, question about Salem. Why? That's my emotional support, Salem. Which, by the way, hi, Ty. How you doing, sweetheart? This is my emotional support, Salem. You know? It's my emotional support human. It's my emotional support flesh tuber. How you been, Ty? I haven't seen you in a while. Oh my god, I've been so busy. Busy day. I went to the gym for the first time. How was it? How was your time at the gym? I've been at the gym before, and honestly, I get so bored. I need proper stimulation. I need to be seeing things. I need things actually moving around me. And so just being at the gym in a walker or something like that, it's not for me. I just can't do the gym properly, you know? But I hope you had fun with it. I know that it's a good space to concentrate. But at least for me, I prefer to just be walking around. If all I'm gonna be doing is just do cardio anyway, I prefer to just walk around. You know? Ate food with the family, bought some new shoes. Oh my god, I've been so busy that I only realized that my shoes was wearing out of a hole at the bottom. Girl! Girl! Honestly, that is such a fucking mood though. That is such a fucking mood. I am the type of person who uses stuff until it fucking dies. I will be using my shoes until they're turning into dust. Until they're absolutely fucking pulverized. That's when I stop using them. And even them, I still manage ways to, like, you know, squeeze more life out of them. Do you know how bad my shoes were? My shoes look like a fucking chewed toy. And I only replaced them this year. They look like that for 3 years. And only until like a month ago, I decided to buy new tennis shoes. So, not Kenzie. Wow, the hand model is like anything I ever seen. Thank you. Thank you. I've seen other people use hand models before, and I like it. I feel like it provides a bit more of something else to look at, you know? It provides something cool to look at while I do stuff, you know? How you doing? I hope you're having a good day. Oh, hi, Marisa. How's it going? Yes, isn't this the venomous Gymleader? Not really. Okay, hold on. What's the difference between venomous and poisonous? Because, like, I know they both refer to something toxic, but what's the reference? What's the difference? He's mine too, unfortunately. I'm his sleep paralysis demon. Ooh, the gay sleep paralysis demon? The gay sleep paralysis demon? If you're the gay sleep paralysis demon, who's the straight sleep paralysis demon? I don't know, hope this info helps. Did you send me something? I don't know, you didn't send me anything. I thought you did. Yes, oh my god, that one immersion. Thought it was an inside on the canvas until you changed colors. No. It genuinely is it is essentially a different program. So basically, the way that it works is that, well, first of all, I didn't make this, by the way. I must say that immediately. I didn't make the I didn't make it. You know, I didn't make it. I drew the hand. That's what I did. I drew the hand. But the model in itself was made by hold on, I have it on my Twitch about page, I think. Hold on. Wait a second. Do I not have it here? Oh my god, Renan caught not crediting his artist. What the fuck? Did I fucking forgot to put it here? Don't tell me that, because I'm gonna kill myself. What the hell? Oh, bitch, I completely forgot to put it there. Okay, hold on. Let me get the credits. Let me get the credits. Hold on. Hold the phone. Thank you so much for the follow, Kenzie. I appreciate it. Hold the phone. Let me get the proper credits. God damn it. Let me get the credits. Where is it? Where is this thing? Did she stop working? Did she stop making stuff? Bitch! Did she? Oh my god! Is she not working anymore? Oh, bitch, I think the artist for my hand died. Or something, I don't know. Oh no, wait, never mind, found it. They're not dead yet. Oh, fuck. Okay, there we go. Now I have it. I have found it. Wait, I just noticed, Salem is drawing too. I mean, he's drawing with me in spirit. You know, he's drawing with me in spirit. He's just here. He's just, he's my emotional support flesh tuber. Of course, this is so entertaining. I found a gem of a stream right here. Thank you, you're so sweet. Okay, so here's the rigger. of the person who rigged my hand. They rigged this lovely hand that I'm using right now. However, the program was coded by a different person, which his name is Coltec. Yeah. So the rig was made by B. Yulfers, and the program was coded by Skoltec. So essentially, it's a completely separate program that I commissioned somebody to make so that it tracks my so that it tracks my mouse, but it has a little bit of animation movement, just like just essentially like a model would, you know. The whole army. I mean, I basically didn't do anything. I just did the art. It wasn't that hard to do the art. But also, if you can see, you can even see my doll joints. See my doll joints right there? It's so cool. I still can't believe how cool it is. Hold on, let me go back up. Venom bites you, you die. Poisonous bites you, you die. Oh, okay, no. I'm stupid. Hold on. Venomous bites you, you die. Poisonous, you bite, you die. So wait, hold on. What happens if? Hold the phone. Follow me here. Follow my train of logic here. Follow my train of logic. What happens if you eat a spider and the spider is still alive when you eat it, and it bites you from the inside? Is that both poisonous and venomous at the same time? Like, imagine if for some reason the spider is still alive once it makes it to the stomach, right? If it bites you from the inside, is it considered poisonous because you ate it? Or is it considered venomous because it bit you? Or is it both? Can something be both poisonous and venomous at the same time? It's a pineapple poisonous. Because it technically does try to eat you. You know? Pineapples do try to eat you. Pineapples do try to consume your flesh. That's something that people don't know. So, you guys know how when you eat a pineapple, your tongue gets all prickly? You know? It gets all prickly, it gets all raw and sensitive. The reason why that happens is because pineapples have enzymes. And pineapples have enzymes that dissolve flesh, essentially. And so, in technicality, the way that this could be seen is that when you eat a pineapple, the pineapple is trying to eat you back. The pineapple wants to eat you too. So, think about that the next time that you eat a pineapple. I ate a whole pineapple when I was a teen and my throat felt closed. See, that's the thing. You have to be very careful when you eat pineapples, because pineapples are they're not friendly to humans. You know? They're not friendly to the human person. I think that this is supposed to be slightly bigger. Yeah, there you go. Okay, I didn't account for how silly this would look on a side profile. Okay, this looks kind of stupid on a side profile, but I kind of love it. It looks very stupid on a side profile, but I kind of live for it. It has to be farther back though. Has to be farther back. I think it should be more or less here. There you go. I am so good looking that even a pineapple wanted to eat me. Ooh, the pineapple wanted to eat you out, girl. She wanted to eat you out. You know, there's a saying in Spanish, and that it goes around like piña para la niña, because it's supposed to be a rhyme, right? There's a new sense now to that word, knowing that pineapples like to eat you out, you know? Although, now that I wonder, is that a double entendre? I'm starting to ponder if it's actually meant to be a double entendre. Because it might also be referring to, you know, when gentlemen eat pineapple, the taste changes. You know? So like, is it meant to be a double entendre? Also, don't you guys like how I use big words? I will say, sometimes, for some reason, and I don't know why this happens, I generally do not know what people think about me, right? But sometimes people think that I don't know English that well because English is not my first language, and they get so surprised, like aghast, about the fact that I know quote unquote big words, you know? People get so surprised that I know big words. They're like, I am surprised you know what that is, and I'm like, listen, I may not read that much, but what I read has big words on it, okay? It's so funny. Because like at the same time, do you really think that I didn't know that English that well? I was just so the way that what I was saying. Jerry said this one time, and I found it to be so funny. I was speaking about the way that I was. Let's reopen this. We're gonna reopen this debate because I need to know. Thank you for the stand up and stretch, Sarek. I appreciate it. I'm not gonna stand up, and neither am I gonna stretch, but I will give you a kiss. Thank you. But what I need to know, Chad, is, why do we say that mosquito bites? Why do we call them mosquito bites and not mosquito stings? Because a mosquito doesn't have a mouth. It has a probe. It has a needle in its mouth. It perforates your skin. It doesn't bite it. It perforates it. So why do we call them mosquito bites and not mosquito stings? Is the question that I'm asking today in the studio. These are the questions that the people need to know. The people need answers to these questions. But you know, because I said the word perforate, Jerry looked at me like a creature. Jerry looked at me like a creature. She's like, you know what that word is? And I'm like, yeah. It means, you know, it means puncturing. That's what it means. It means a puncture. Something is puncturing you, therefore it perforates you. And it was so funny to see her like kind of freak out about the fact that I knew that big word. Listen, I feel smart knowing big words sometimes. I do feel smart knowing big words. Wait, but mosquitoes suck blood, so why isn't it called mosquito sips? Did you know that if a butterfly could? Did you know if a butterfly was able to, they would also eat your blood? Did you know that? Did you guys know that there are actual butterflies who actually prefer blood over nectar? And the thing is, butterflies may not want to, like, they're not like mosquitoes where they go out of their way to procure your blood. But when given the opportunity, they will absolutely suck it off because human blood is rich in sugar. Also, I promise I'm not a serial killer. I promise I'm not a serial killer. I just like to know weird shit. Listen. I promise to you and God, I am not a serial killer. I just like to know things. One of the things that I do best is to know useless stuff that people don't want to know. You know? Like, did you guys know? I'm gonna let you in on a fun fact here that is gonna blow your mind. Did you guys know that a pineapple is a berry? Do you guys know about that? Do you know that a pineapple is a berry? Do you know that a strawberry is not a berry? Did you know that? So the reason why a pineapple is considered a berry. Banana is a berry. True. Not the individual banana. The whole banana bunch. You know, the whole banana bunch is a berry, but not the a singular banana. So the way that it works is that berries are defined for a conglomerate of fruits. There are a bunch of fruits close together that come out of the same flower. Not that come out of the same flower. It's just a bunch of flowers together that when they procreate a fruit, it becomes a singular fruit. We perceive it as a singular fruit, but in reality, it's just a group of fruits, a conglomerate of fruits. And so, each individual square of the pineapple is an individual fruit. Therefore, a pineapple is classified as a berry. A strawberry doesn't classify like that because it is not segmented fruit. There is not different fruits in a strawberry. It's just one. It's a singular fruit. So therefore, it is not a berry. Do you guys also know that when multiple flowers are present together in a single flower, it's an inflorescence? So, an inflorescence is essentially a conglomerate of flowers, basically the same thing as a berry, but in flower world. And so, a sunflower is an inflorescence. A sunflower is an inflorescence because it's tiny little flowers together. You know? Hold on, let me procure a photo of a sunflower. Hello, sunflower. I would like to have a photo of a sunflower. Sorry, me just lurking. Don't worry. And thank you so much for coming. I hope you're having a lovely day. Thank you for the lurk, Paling Wub. Hold on, where's sunflower? Here you go. I need a picture where you can kind of see it better. Okay, there we go. I guess this one can't work. So, this actually doesn't quite work that well. I need a high-res photo of a sunflower. Okay, I think this one's better. That's better. By the way, they're warning for people who don't like texture. They're warning for people who don't like texture. So, because I'm gonna zoom in really close to the sunflower. So, the thing is, each individual dot. Let me grab another color. You know about this? Each individual dot that you see in a flower, like this, all of these are flower petals. These are, sorry, they're not flower petals. These are flowers. All of these are flowers. They are individual, single flowers that you can see here. And so, what you perceive as the petal of the sunflower is actually one of these little flowers, but you know, if I can more or less draw it, it's a flower, and one of its petals is just a giant ass petal that you perceive as the actual petals of the sunflower. So it's just that one of these little ones has a huge petal, and it becomes and we perceive it as a single flower. That's what inflorescence is. A bunch of flowers close together, perceived as one flower. That is essentially what it is. Sorry, I'm a little nerd sometimes. I nerd out a little bit. I apologize for that. I'm just a nerd sometimes. Sometimes I just like to know things, and it feels good to know things. So sunflowers are like man of words. Essentially, it's a flower cluster. Yeah, you're so right. That's the best way to describe it. A sunflower is a flower cluster. There are other flowers that are like that are a bit more evident in the way that they look, right? But for the most part, sunflowers are just one of those flowers that people don't expect them to be that way, but yet they are. You know what I mean? Is this long? Is this long enough? Am I spacing it enough? It feels a little bit too short. Hold on. I might not be spacing this enough for it to actually look good. Hold on a second. Here you go. I feel like that looks better. Yeah. Sorry to be dumping you, but you guys know trauma dumping? I'm doing fun fact dropping, essentially. That's what I'm doing. Instead of sharing you sharing stuff that that might be too personal, what I share is stuff that nobody cares about. You guys want to know something funny? You guys want to know something funny? So when I was in middle school, you know, part of the thing I like to do, because like I said, I enjoy and I love from the bottom of my heart to learn stuff that is useless in day-to-day life. And so I love watching documentaries. That's one of the things that I do when I can't sleep. I just watch documentaries of whatever, from, you know, how to get away with murder to the origins of a jellyfish, you know? And so this has been a thing since I was a kid, you know? Since I was a kid, it's been a thing. And so in elementary school, not elementary. Was it elementary? Oh yeah, it was elementary. So in elementary school, because I used to watch a lot of documentaries, what I would do is I would just talk to people about them. I would share the knowledge. I would share the knowledge that other people didn't know. I would enlighten the masses that were my peers in elementary school, right? I would literally share everything that I knew about it. And so one day I was talking about the solar system and the fact that, you know, the sun is a yellow dwarf, and the sun, one of the things that it will do once it reaches the point of almost dying is that it will expand into a giant red star, and it will destroy Mercury, Venus, Mars, and the Earth. You know? Bye, Kenzie. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate it. And so I told them about that, and the documentary also talked about neutron stars and black holes, and you know, I share my knowledge with people, with the masses, with the folks. And I can never forget what one of my friends told me. So one of my friends told me, hey Renan, if you know so much, why do you always have such bad scores? If you know so much, why are you so bad at school? If you know so much, why do you suck at school? And so that kind of marked me forever, because I may not be good at school, but I am good at knowing things. That marked me forever. That is a thing that I would never forget for the rest of the time that I live. The fact that I got read immediately. I got completely destroyed by a middle schooler. No, an elementary schooler. Sorry. Oh, I get primaria. Have you ever heard the sound of two black holes merging? Yeah, it kind of sounds like it sounds a little bit like a gong, from what I understand. It sounds a little bit like a gong. I've seen it though. It is pretty cool. It do be cool. How can something that traps light even make a sound? The thing is that in technicality, it doesn't. In technicality, it doesn't have any sounds. Because there is no sounds in space. There is no air in space, so sounds doesn't really travel. So therefore, it doesn't really produce a sound. It produces gravitational waves. You know? And because it produces gravitational waves, we can measure those gravitational waves and translate them into sound. And because you can translate them into sound, that's how we know more or less what a black hole sounds like. Do you guys want to hear how a black hole sounds like? It's something straight up at a horror movie. Are you guys down? Are you guys down for that? Because I live. If you guys want to, I will show you how a black hole sounds like. That sounds so wrong, by the way. That sounds so wrong while drawing a black woman. I promise I meant it in like as a space black hole. I will show you how a space black hole sounds like. Do you know there are white holes too? White holes are, well, I need to stop. Shit. Sorry, my brain just immediately goes into the nastiest stuff. But yes, white holes are only theoretical though. White holes are only theoretical. Hold on, let me show you what a white hole sounds, what a black hole sounds like. Okay, so, and once again, a black hole in technicality does not produce sound, but it does provide, it does do gravitational waves, and we can measure those waves, and we can turn them into sound. So, this is what a black hole sounds like. It sounds like something straight out of a horror film. There's no sound in space. Like I said, it is technically not sound. It is in technicality not sound. It is technically not sound. But we can convert gravitational waves into sound. Therefore, in technicality, that is what it sounds like. You could fall asleep to this? Is that black hole ASMR? Hi, Lithius. How you doing, sweetheart? Hope you're having a good day. So what you're saying is that the black hole is ASMR to you. That's what you're saying. I mean, honestly, to each their own, I guess. To each their own. If you can fall asleep to that, you do you. Girl, I am so tired. I've been streaming for so long now. Just finish the sketch, and come on, just finish the sketch. Finish the sketch. And don't be a pussy. Oh no, that sounded demonic. I mean, that's just... Can I tell you something that may blow your mind too? So what you're listening is in technicality not the black hole itself. That what you're listening to is technically not the black hole itself. What you are listening to is the black hole. Well, it is the black hole. Okay, how do I explain this? What you are listening to is the black hole eating, because a black hole doesn't produce a sound unless it is consuming something. So you're listening to a black hole have a big fat meal. Is essentially what I'm trying to tell you right now. That is what you're listening to. You're listening to a black hole have a meal. You know, maybe I should be a space VTuber. That's what I should do. That should be my branding. You know what, guys? I'm moving away from Pokemon. I'm becoming a space VTuber now. I'm kidding. I don't know that much about space. I just watch documentaries and pretend that I'm smart. There you go. I mean, this is not quite on model, but I genuinely don't give a fuck. Listen, I'm very tired, okay? I'm very tired. I want to be done with this fucking drawing. There we go. Okay, listen. It's not the best drawing that I ever done, you know? But it's a sketch. It's a sketch. I'll make it better. I'll make it better in the final render off of it, okay? Let me alone. just needs to be bigger though. It just simply needs to be bigger. There you go. There we go. Now I want to know. Now I want to know the supposed origins of black holes. Well, in technicality, black holes are made by the compression of a really big star. You know, black holes essentially are formed when a really big star collapses in on itself and it essentially breaks space. What the fuck? You can make circles by deleting them for a smaller stroke. That's what I do sometimes. I normally what I was gonna say? Okay, I normally do this, but sometimes I just do it. I do it like generally I just draw a circle, you know. But when I want to do them like really quick like this, that's just how I do them. Black hole Muckman ASMR. Okay, you know what? I kind of live for that. I kind of live for that vibe. I live for that idea. We should do that. Black hole ASMR. How the heck is your heart doing the thing? And why do you hold the pen like that? Are you crazy? This is how I hold the pen in real life, bitch. What are you talking about? This is how I hold the pen in real life. That is literally how I hold it. This is the most normal way of holding a pen. You bitch. And like I was saying before, this is a program. I commissioned somebody to make a program for me so that I could basically run a VTuber model of my hand in a different program. That's essentially what it's doing. It tracks my mouse. Donuts in all graduate. I missed Santa. RIP to the space VTubers. I sort of got this ball is supposed to be bigger. Is it meant to be bigger? Y'all, is the ball too small? Is the spiky ball on her head too small? It feels small. It doesn't feel like it's big enough. I need to compare. I need to compare it to the if I make the face the actual size that it's meant to be. Hold on. Hold the phone. Yeah, no, it's smaller than it actually needs to be. I need to make the ball bigger. The ball needs to be bigger. And also, I just generally feel like the braid also needs to be longer. So what we're gonna do is the following. Okay. That's not quite working out how I expected it to. You know what's gonna happen? Chat, you know what's gonna happen? I'm gonna keep feeling that the ball is too big and that the ball is too small. And I'm gonna keep making it bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger until if it's a completely unmodel and I made it too big. That has happened to me before. When I do exaggeration, you know? When I exaggerate things, I just overthink them a little bit. Visually, it feels smaller than it needs to be, though, so I'm gonna make it slightly bigger. Yeah, there we go. There we go, each. There we go. Have it. There you go. All right. So it's not tablet on arm because your thumb is moving and it's not a static PNG. Yeah, like I said, I had somebody... Okay, so basically the way that it works is that somebody rigged the arm so that it can move properly. And then somebody else coded a program. So, okay, let me do it. Let me give proper credit. So, Bill first rigged the arm. I did the art. Rigged the arm so that it's able to actually move. And Skulltech make the program that allows me to track my mouse essentially. So it functions very similar to Spot tablet on arm, except that it has animation on it. You know, essentially like a VTube Studio, but just for my hand. And it was pretty cheap too, actually. It wasn't that expensive to me. It wasn't that expensive. So yeah. Anyway, Chad, I think this is a good place to end it here. We did 2 sketches for today, which I feel like it's kind of record for me. I usually, you know, I usually don't draw this much in a single day because I take time with things. I am a very slow drawer. As you can see, we're 3 hours in and I only did 2 drawings. But you know, it's better than this because this one took me 2 hours to do. No, actually, it took me more than that. This one took me like 3 hours to do just a single drawing. So I'm doing better. Now, to be fair, these are really rough sketches, but still. You know, we're making progress is the point. We're making progress. It is progress. Is it good progress? I don't know. We'll have to talk about that. But progress is progress, okay? Progress is progress. Anyway, I think it's a good time to end it here. It's a good time to end the stream here. So, thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I'm very excited for tomorrow, by the way. It's really good. Thank you. I'm getting better. And she's definitely really fun to draw, so that's helping a lot. But yeah, I thank you all so much for coming. I really do. I hope you guys have a lovely day and lovely night. I'm very excited for tomorrow because tomorrow we do more Pokemon Black and White, and you guys know how much I suck at Pokemon Black and White. You guys know how bad I am at it. So it is genuinely very exciting to play Black and White because I cannot wait to eat shit once again. We are also what are we fighting again? Oh, the rock type gym leader. Yeah, the rock type gym leader. Tomorrow we're ground. Tomorrow we're getting ready for the ground type gym leader, and then we'll fight him. So I'm very excited for that. I'm very excited. If you guys don't know, Clay. Yeah, Clay. If you guys don't know, I am notoriously bad at playing Pokemon. I am super bad. And I'm playing a semi-Nuzlocke where I essentially only do a Nuzlocke for important battles. AKA, my Pokemon can die during gym leader battles or history battles. But, you know, random NPC encounters, my Pokemon can't die. So, because I suck so deeply at it, you know, because I suck so deeply at it, it's genuinely a very fun time, a genuinely fun, entertaining time to watch me just struggle for my life. So yeah, let me see. Who do I'm feeling charitable today. Who do I rate you to? Who do I range it to? Okay, so I have 2 candidates for raids. And you guys tell me who you guys want to go to. Do you guys want to go to the stock or good friend the stock? You know, the stock tuber. Or do you guys want to go to Sochi? Because Sochi is doing a music tier list right now. And Goragle is playing 9 souls. So, rate Lunary. We can read Lunary too. That's right. Although I did want to rate the sock. I'm trying to get the sock to notice me. I'm trying to get the sock to notice me. Fine, I'll send you guys to Lunary. Why not? Let's keep it in the family. Alright. Hey, Lunary. Well, too late. I already did Lunary. Too fucking late, bitch. Too fucking late. Do we have a raid message? I don't think so. I don't think so. But do we make that on? Do we make one on the spot? Do we make that on the spot? What should we do? What should we do? What should we do? Hold on. What should a raid message be? Help! No, don't go yet. Don't go yet. Help me out with this before you go. Anyway, Lunar is playing Cuphead, by the way. Doll attack. I don't know about that one. You know what? You know what? No. So if you are subscribed to me, what you're gonna do is you're gonna spam these emote. If you are not subscribed to me, I don't know. Put the eyes and lips emoji. Eyes and lips emoji. Is that an emoji that's available? Can you even put that in here? Oh, whatever. Just hit Rin and Raid. Just hit Rin and Raid. I'll see you guys later. Take care. Thank you so much for coming. And remember, the Cherry Bomb Blossom Boutique always appreciates you. Bye bye, y'all.